We are here at the Virginia Tea Party Summit. I've met a man named Eric Swan, who has had an experience with the Virginia Governor, Ralph Northam, a man who's come out in favor of infanticide. Eric Swan had an experience involving his daughter with Governor Northam when he was when Northam was a doctor. Mr. Swan, why don't you tell us what happened?
Yes, it was February 18th of 2000 that my daughter Joy had came down with a rare autoimmune disease. I come home to find her with a lethal fever and coma. She was transported to the DePaul Hospital in Norfolk and later to the Children's Hospital of King Daughters, where the attendant neurologist on duty then was Dr. Ralph Northam. This is the first time I ever met Dr. Northam, but as a doctor, there's some things that really left to be desired. But she was brought there in coma, lethal fever, and the actions taken by the doctor was to order a CAT scan to later come out and tell her mother and I that she suffered a massive stroke around the brainstem. The only problem is, with the lethal type fever, extremely high fever, strokes do not cause that. So she was misdiagnosed, left off for hours, no further attended by Dr. Northam or the staff at King's Daughter Hospital. I'd like to point out first that there's many fine people at the Children's Hospital of King's Daughter. It is a great hospital, but I'm referring to particular one individual doctor's action. So it wasn't until hours later that his relief doctor took over, Dr. Tour, who recognized her condition, ordered the T2 weighted MRI and the other tests, give her immune antibodies to help stay it off. My daughter was never expected to live. And it wasn't for Dr. Chur that might be the case. Despite all odds, she actually survived this. And she is now 22 years of age, living still at home with her father. And she had basically sustained massive neurological damage from this autoimmune disease.
And what is her condition now?
Well, Joy is left with IQ around 45. Presently, I'm regarded to take care of her. She is a very talkative, sweet type personality. And, ambulation-wise, she can go point to point in a room setting, use a walker, wheelchair, just basically recently had a handicap ramp put in for a wheelchair at the home, and so forth. She enjoys time with her friends. She does receive the ID waiver through Virginia, and it helps me go to work to be able to have her taken care of by care provider aides and so forth, which is very helpful.
Have you had any contact with Ralph Northam since this happened?
No.
What was your impression of him in terms of, his focus, while this was happening, or, his level of caring about what was going on?
It seemed like he was interested in other things. Basically, he came out and told us that she had that massive stroke. That was the end of it. So no further care at the hospital or initiative taken until the relief doctor came on in the neurology department at the hospital.
What did you think when you saw him as a politician running for office years later?
Well, I didn't think much of him as a doctor, and pretty much would also often try to, I stuck with Dr. Chur afterwards. He pretty much saved her life. My understanding, he literally spent days at the hospital and did not leave the hospital for the longest time, looking out for her. And to me, he didn't really show any particular care towards my daughter, what was going on with it. Joy was in coma for a week under medical guard, 09 guards, and very good day.
I'm sorry, sir. God bless you. Thank you for telling the story. What do you hope that people will know? You've come here, you want to tell this story. What's your hope going forward?
Well, my hope going forward is, basically, I'm going to still be caring and watching over my daughter. You know, I'm just showing my aspect of what I saw as a doctor who decided to go into politics, and a lot of decisions is, you know, to me is pretty bleak as well, you know, as a governor.
Eric, thank you so much. Appreciate it. God bless you, sir.